Welcome to Alaska Weather, a production of Alaska Public Media and the National Weather Service, Alaska Region. Produced and broadcast daily from the studios of KAKM, Alaska Weather provides complete forecasts, public, marine, and aviation for all of Alaska. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.
Hello, and thanks once again for joining us here at KAKM Studios for Saturday's edition of Alaska Weather. Yesterday, the imagery showing a lot of clouds out here over the Bering Sea, cold air coming down, continuing to come down into the from the Arctic through the Bering Strait, passing off the ice edge, picking up a lot of clouds, and that breaking up with some scattered snow shower activity out west there, and that pattern generally extended right up across the Alaska Peninsula and clouds into Bristol Bay. Otherwise, we had the band of moisture here coming into south central Alaska, lifting northward. Another one there from the northern Koyukuk Valley, southeastward across the greater Fairbanks area, on down across eastern Copper River Basin into the Gulf of Alaska with some break showery conditions behind that. Southeast coast, not too bad. Pretty much out of the action there with virtually nothing really going on out in the Gulf of Alaska. And then way out west, we had a front kind of stalled out over the Aleutians. That's actually for today now. And still no change from really yesterday for Friday here out over the Bering Sea. A few more clouds farther south. And again, a front that's weakening, bringing a little bit of gusty winds to the western Aleutians there, mostly affecting Shimmy and Attu, and also some light snow working into the area there, but not really all that strong of a system. The one farther to the southwest, still off the imagery there, will be much stronger, and that'll move in tomorrow night and Monday with a big increase in the winds out that way. Otherwise, today you can see some breaks here from the eastern Tanana Valley, 40 Mile Country, down into the Copper River Basin, North Gulf Coast. Fair day here across the Panhandle. Showers off the coast, weak upper system here showing up. You see a few spots there, and then back up here along or just south of Cape Yakataga and around Middleton Island. Nothing really significant, but there is a little more in the way of cloudiness and showers than what this imagery would suggest. And then down toward Kodiak, kind of in and out of the clouds there. Generally dry, light westerly breezes there at Kodiak State Airport. And then the ice edge right through here. Cold air coming off of that immediately picks up moisture, as I mentioned, with a lot of clouds out all the way down to the Aleutians and some snow shower activity embedded in that. And then we also have a band of moisture here over the Alaska Range and an upper trough that's farther back to the west. So all that action going on in advance of the trough there, and even some, excuse me, snow showers streaming northward across portions of the Kenai Peninsula on up across the valleys right to the Alaska Range. You can see all that rotating northward here with the trough right through here, behind it, northerly flow. And on the chart today, there's the position of the upper level trough right through this, right from about Shishmaref on down through here to eastern Bristol Bay. And most of the action, if not all of the action, is in advance of that, where you have the lift going on ahead of the trough. So snow showers here, south central Alaska, into Prince William Sound, become a little more enhanced as you get over toward the western Susitna Valley to the Alaska Range. That extends on up to the northwest, northern Koyukuk Valley, and southern slopes of the Brooks Range there. A little bit more snowy conditions than what you see, which is none at all down toward the Tanana Valley. A few clouds on the north slope, and then another area of flurries there extending from roughly Barrow southwestward here and then southward into the Bering Strait. But not a lot of wind going on anywhere today. Pretty lax gradient here from the southeast coast westward all the way out to the Aleutians there. We've got high pressure centered over the Russian Far East, ridging southward all the way to Adak. And so we continue that light northerly flow, keeping it chilly across all of the Bering Sea. And then this next front bringing more windy conditions, but not all that heavy, either wind-wise or precipitation-wise. There's just some periods of light snow. That's all that was reported out there at Shimia throughout the afternoon. And otherwise, again, here's a few showers off the southeast coast, pretty scattered, but again, even on this picture, there's more cloudiness out there than what this shows. But it was a pretty nice day here with a fair amount of sunshine over the southeast coast today with light winds. And for tonight, don't look for a lot of change in that pattern there. With looks like all of the shower activity will remain off to the west, so just variable clouds, light winds. Generally higher pressure in over the Yukon, so that's going to keep offshore flow conditions going there. So I don't think even any low clouds or fog will be much of a possibility at all. And that'll just help keep things dry on those showers out to the west. Otherwise, dry conditions, variably cloudy skies, Copper River Basin across the Tanana Valley all the way to the eastern Arctic coast. And then that upper level trough gradually shifting eastward. So it looks like a band of snow will be coming across Cook Inlet and the Kenai Peninsula northward there, all the way to the Chalitna, Cantwell area, of course on up to Denali, staying dry though in the Tanana Valley, and then more snow back here from the Alaska Range on up across the northern Kuskokwim Valley, on back across the Koyukuk, Kobuk Valley areas, and then bending back with that low center all the way to the Point Hope area. And so that would kind of put Point Lay would be on the one edge there, the moisture, and it looks like Kivalina, chance of snow, and again that looks probably extend down to the Bering Strait areas. South of there, dry conditions for St. Lawrence Island. Wind advisory that was out, wind chills of 45 below zero. That should be ending as those winds lighten up further than what they are, and they weren't all that strong today there. And then we've got some weak ridging in over the southwest interiors as trough edges eastward. So mostly cloudy skies about sums it up. Virtually shower free from Norton Sound all the way down here into Togiak Bay, back toward Nunivak Island. Not bad conditions, but high pressure settling in near the Pribilof Islands there. That's just going to hold the low clouds. A lot of cloudiness in that area, some lingering snow showers, but again, nothing heavy there. Could see a few snow showers around Unalaska, as well as mainly the Bering Sea side of the Alaska Peninsula. And then this moisture will stay south of the peninsula there and continue to drift off to the south and southeast. Variably cloudy, partly clear there for Kodiak Island tonight. And then out west, that weather front kind of hangs back to the west there, trying to spread some moisture in toward Atka, and better chance of that with the main front back toward Shimia. But the winds, even there, are not all that strong. Most of the gradient north of the western Aleutians back on up into the across the Kamchatka Peninsula. And so for tomorrow, we've got that trough continuing eastward, so snow showers diminishing throughout the day here over south central Alaska. Look for increasing clearing as well, especially from the Alaska Range westward all the way out to the coast there. Snow showers, areas of light snow, central Tanana Valley, Brooks Range. We'll see along and south of the Brooks Range into the Kobuk Valley, extending out to the Seward Peninsula there. Chance of light snow or snow showers. Flurries there for the central Arctic coast on westward. Dry to the east. Dry over the eastern interior from the Brooks Range, or actually eastern North Slope, all the way into the Copper River Basin. Just partly to mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow. Chance of sun for the eastern Aleutians as well as the Pribilofs, and no change for the Panhandle. A day tomorrow, much like tonight will be, which was much like today. And we've got some snow showers here breaking out or continuing for the Gulf of Alaska, North Gulf Coast. Again, that all ahead of the upper level system moving through. Weak low up there over the northeast interior, not really doing much. And out to the west, the next big storm here coming onto the picture there tomorrow afternoon. And we'll see for Monday, we've got a pretty intense 953 millibar low lifting up across the far western Aleutians there. So it looks like pretty good westerlies, possibly storm force at times there for Monday coming into the western Aleutians. Depending on exact track of this low center, if it's a little farther to the east, then the western areas will be more northerly and probably in the full gale category. Anyway, big increase in the winds out there. Definitely moving in tomorrow night into Monday. Front advancing eastward, bringing 35 to 40 knot winds into the eastern Aleutians with rain. And that moving up, advancing on the Pribilof Islands, but not quite making it there until probably tomorrow evening. And then behind the front, markedly lighter winds, and the precipitation cuts off for AKwx once that moves through. And then the main low center, as I mentioned, bringing the winds back up. Otherwise, looks really nice for the west coast here, the western interior. High pressure, about 1,021 millibars there over the lower Yukon River Valley areas, but actually covering the entire zone from Kotzebue Sound into Bristol Bay with chillier conditions, and that'll kick the winds up on the Alaska Range, mostly through the passes there for the western range. And a little bit of an increase in the wind, but nothing too big. Small craft advisories for the Kodiak Island marine areas, as well as the Barrens back into Kamishak Bay. Otherwise, the low center up here near the North Gulf Coast, actually centered somewhere around Whittier, western Prince William Sound. That's going to make for cloudy skies, snow showers for Valdez, Cordova, maybe Whittier, and possibly Portage southward there into the Gulf, but kind of iffy for Seward. And then drier conditions back to the west, clearing out as the day wears on for Cook Inlet, and just area of very light snow or flurries possible here in the shaded area. I've got roughly from about Livingood back up across the Koyukuk Valley and the Anatuvik Pass area to the central and eastern Arctic coast, but again, nothing very significant with that at all. And mostly dry, maybe a few flurries there around Northway and Tok, and that's about it. Mostly sunny for the Copper River Basin. And that pattern will extend down into the northern southeast coast. Southern areas now, with this trough, look for more cloudiness on Monday there, the chance of moisture, especially over toward Stewart and Hyder. Otherwise, the remainder of that moisture will be south of the area, along with the main trough. And temperatures this afternoon across the Panhandle were mostly in the upper 30s. There, some areas could have reached the lower 40s. Didn't make it on the chart today. Sitka, for example, upper 30s to near 40 for the North Gulf Coast, with a 35-degree reading reported at Portage, 35 Seward, 35 also at Homer. Kenai, 30 degrees. That was matched at Palmer, as well as Talkeetna and Gulkana up to 36. Otherwise, down at Kodiak, there was 34. And the north of the mountains, considerably lower. Fairbanks is 6 above this afternoon, with Delta, though, up to 25. Eagle at 23, and then back down to 0 at Fort Yukon. And up toward the Brooks Range there, or as you approach or through the Koyukuk Valley, 5 degrees at Bettles, 8 at Tanana, minus 15 at Anatuvik, 6 below at Arctic Village. And the Arctic coast, 15 to 20 below across the entire area there. And a tad warmer here around the northwest there with Kotzebue at minus 11, minus 12 at Nome, and 8 degrees McGrath, down to 10 below at Bethel, minus 2 over at Savunga. And for the Pribilofs, 11 degrees at St. Paul, 14 St. George, and milder definitely, but still below freezing, 8 Akanathka. Shimia with the southeast winds kicked up to 34 degrees. Otherwise, 19 at Cold Bay, 25 Sand Point, with temperatures in the upper teens across Bristol Bay. And for the lows tonight, again, well, obviously well below 0. They're there already, but a little colder here. 15 to 20 below, to as low as around 30 below there for the northern Kuskokwim Valley. 15 to 20 below across the Seward Peninsula, minus 11 for Savunga. And below 0 conditions northeastward there, including all of the Arctic coast. Gulkana, maybe 2 below, but definitely colder north of the Alaska Range there at Tanana. Teens, south central Alaska, lower 20s North Gulf Coast. Next ends down across the Panhandle, but a little milder upper 20s as you head south. And for tomorrow's highs, mid to upper 30s here for the central western Aleutians. A little warmer for St. Paul at 20, minus 2 for Savunga. And kind of a range here, single numbers for Bristol Bay. Back below 0 there for the northern Kuskokwim Valley, Yukon Delta, northward all the way to the North Slope and Arctic coast. Mid to upper 20s, south central Alaska, teens Copper River Basin. And looks warmer there in the Fairbanks area for tomorrow. 30s for the Panhandle, lower 40s along the coast. Late tonight, early tomorrow morning, with that upper trough coming eastward, that's where the lower flying conditions will be. Marginal Kenai Peninsula, picking up some IFR there, western Susitna Valley. North-northwest, right across the Koyukuk, more IFR for the western Brooks Range. That'll be along and south of the crest of the mountains. VFR to the west, VFR to the east, down across the Panhandle. And then some IFR with that front, weakening front way out west, which tomorrow will lift northward. Marginal VFR, Bristol Bay, northern Seward Peninsula, some IFR, central western Arctic coast. Otherwise pretty good through the interior, some lingering IFR around the Alaska Range. Koyukuk Valley, looking pretty good everywhere else. So passes Anaktuvik, marginal VFR, same forecast for Adigan. And getting the right side of things here. Lake Clark and Merrill, VFR, rainy, holding kind of marginal at times throughout the day. Same forecast for windy. Isabel, VFR, Mentasta, looking good. Tanita, marginal at times. And Portage, marginal becoming VFR. Chilkoot and White, VFR. Freezing level at the surface here, north of the western Aleutians, southward, kind of following a sine wave pattern up across Kodiak Island and then back down across the southeast coast. Icing really none significant, maybe some up here over the north central interior areas and then back along the western central Arctic coast, but nothing really significant, but that'd be the places that it occurs if it does at all. And the jet stream ridging here into the Bering Sea, west-northwest flow, not all that strong at about 50 knots, another stronger branch up along the Arctic coast there from the west. 9,000 foot winds, northwest 10 to 20 here, mostly along the Kenai Peninsula back down toward Kodiak Island. Otherwise fairly light winds out into the Bering Sea, eastward across the Panhandle, and even up along the Arctic coast, nothing very significant. Stronger winds though with a little more storminess, 25 to 45 out over the western Bering and Aleutians. And then for 3,000 feet, much the same pattern, windiest conditions way out here to the west, high pressure, light winds, Bering Sea, maybe some 20 knotters here across Bristol Bay, the Alaska Peninsula, as well as Kodiak Island. Light variable winds through the interior becoming more easterly, 10 to 15 from the Brooks Range northward, and light offshore flow continues to the Panhandle. So turbulence-wise, not a lot, maybe some here for the western Alaska Range, light to very isolated moderate through Kamishak Bay and the Barrens. Otherwise, some more out there over the Aleutians. And after the break, I'll be back with a look at the marine forecasts.
We have a big solar flare coming in, so we're out here on an aurora hunt. It's a CME, it's a dynamite, coronal mass ejection. It's when the sun, it kicks off energy in these explosions that are larger than the Earth, explosion type things coming off of sunspots. And if that energy is pointing straight at the Earth, it gets caught up in our magnetic field, and that energy, electrons, come down our magnetic field, collide with oxygen up there about 50 or a couple hundred miles high, and that's what generates the northern lights. My job as the photographer and the aurora hunter is to be in position, you know, location, location, location. And I like to think I'm composing. Mother Nature, it's a bit of a teamwork thing, you know, she's got to put on the show, but I have to be in the right position and of course with the right tools and the know-how. I've stopped keeping track of how much time I spend out here in terms of hours. It's more in terms of weeks or months, or at this point years now. You know, it was always in me. Even when I was a kid growing up in the lower 48, I would spend nights sleeping on our trampoline, just staring at the stars. I'm in 4th grade and I'm going, wow, look at those stars. And I'd see how many nights in a row I could sleep on the trampoline. And I think my record was 23 nights in a row. So I was doing kind of strange things for an Iowa country boy. I can remember specifically the very first time I saw the northern lights. It was 1989, the peak of the solar cycle, and I was going to graduate school in Laramie, Wyoming. And all of a sudden we had heard the northern lights were out. It's like, what are those? I'd never really seen them before. And my goodness gracious, we were on top of a mountain in the Laramie Range and they were turning blood red. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And the very first picture I took, that was 1990. Now, an old film camera, Pentax K1000 on a plastic Kmart tripod, Took 2 shots on slide film and got them back, and I thought, oh my gosh, this beautiful green thing swirling about. And from that moment, I was hooked. When I realized that you could preserve the auroras on film, I just experimented a ton. I'd had a heaping stack of slides, the no good ones. The experiments gone wrong, you know, too dark, fuzzy, out of focus, too light. I had this huge garbage can full of excess slide film, and that was just the learning curve. Well, when I go out here, it's all about getting the shot. And my wife and I, we've called it the hero shot. But the hero shot is the one where you just come home and you go, look at this. And everyone goes, wow, and you feel like a hero. It's a wonderful feeling. You know, it's good for the ego, of course. It's good for the business. But if you kind of strip that away, it's good for what's inside you, because that's really the hero moment in nature. And Mother Nature's putting on this show that is just mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. When I first resigned from my day job, that was in 1996, and decided I wanted to become a full-time aurora hunter, my goal from that moment and to this day still is to get 1 hero shot a year. I figured, and I'm talking the kind that somebody wants to buy from you and hang on their wall, where the auroras are extremely bright, very active, turning colors, where you can't believe your eyes. If you get to preserve a little sample of that with a photograph, well, it's what we call the hero shot. Wow, what a feeling. I mean, oh, you're elevated, levitating, you are lifted up. Your spirits are so high that I love that feeling. And I think I get that so much from seeing cool things in nature that I will go way out of my way to find that. And I can, you know, the next day, well, I'll be just laying there thinking about it and thinking how lucky I was, or how fortunate. Of course, I just, you know, spent 2 weeks sitting there staring at the sky and not seeing anything. So you got to remember that, you know, luck is kind of a relative term, but I still just feel incredibly lucky to be even in a position to where I could have been there, taken a photograph of it, and just mainly experienced it. Well, that feeling could last for days.
Again, nothing too strong in the winds here across the Panhandle tomorrow, mostly from the north and northeast. Quite light over the inside waters, 10 knots. Seas running about 2 feet. And along the coast, northerlies 10 to 15 knots with seas possibly as high as 9 feet. And looking at the Monday forecast, not a lot of change out here. We've got north to northeast now in the 10 to 15 knot range here for the entire stretch of the coast, and seas just 6 to 7 feet. And then northerlies 10 to 15 over the inside waters there with the Northern Link Canal northerly at 15, and Clarence Strait at 15 as well, pretty slight seas. Otherwise, moving westward, Prince William Sound, light variable winds tomorrow, and same forecast for northern Cook Inlet, northwest 15 south of the Forelands. Small current advisories here from Kamishak Bay southeastward across the Barrens, southward across the Kodiak Island area, Shelikof Strait northwest 20, and the North Gulf Coast 15 to 20 knot winds. And for Monday, light winds here for Cook Inlet, still small current advisories here for the Barren Islands and Kamishak Bay, 15 to 20 knot winds for the North Gulf Coast. Bristol Bay, light winds, northerlies 20 knots for the Alaska Peninsula, lighter towards Sitginak. And for Monday, small craft advisories now from roughly Castle Cape to Sitginak, light northeast winds for Bristol Bay, 15 knot winds from the east and north for the Alaska Peninsula. The Aleutians, Fox Islands, not too bad, 10 to 15 knots, variable directions. Southeast, though, picking up 20 to 25. Central Aleutian small craft advisories from AKwx westward. And then for Monday, with that next storm coming in actually tomorrow night, big increase in winds. We've got storms here west of AKwx over to about the main low center off to the east there. Northerlies 40 back to the west. Gales from AKwx eastward all the way to an Alaska Island. And then for Tuesday, northerlies 20 to as high as 25 knots for St. Lawrence Island. Northeast 20 for the Pribilofs, freezing spray. And then for Monday, much lighter winds here, 10 knots from St. Lawrence Island all the way down to Kuskokwim Bay, increasing to 25 for the Pribilofs. Arctic coast, eastern Beaufort Sea coastline there, east at 15 for the most part, becoming northeast, but quite light here from the central coast all the way down to Cape Beaufort. Cape Beaufort southward, 15-knot winds, mostly from the north or northwest. And then for Monday, not a lot of change here, about the same wind pattern, both direction and speed-wise. Northerlies at 10 for the western coast, northeast 10 for the central coast, and then easterlies 10 to 15 there for the eastern stretch of the coastline, the demarcation point. And for tonight, chance of snow, upper level trough edging eastward here, so Kenai Peninsula, south central Alaska, on up into the Susitna Valley, back across the northern Kuskokwim Valley and northward along that trough axis into the Koyukuk Valley and back to the west. Best chance of snow, but nothing really heavy expected. With that, drier conditions to the west, staying dry to the east, southward across the Panhandle, isolated snow showers in the Bering Sea. Tomorrow, the next big storm out here approaching the Aleutians, and then tomorrow night and Monday, that'll lift north of the western Aleutians late in the day. Intense storm center out there. Strong front pushing eastward, gales rain into the eastern Aleutians, not quite making it the Pribilofs. Good high pressure here for very nice conditions, still cold in the temperatures over the western interior. Lingering snow showers there, remnants of that trough, Prince William Sound, gradually clearing out south central Alaska. Chance of snow from the Koyukuk.
These forecasts are to be used for planning purposes only. Call 1-800-WX-BRIEF for a formal pre-flight briefing. Always file a flight plan before you go flying. The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary urges you to leave a float plan with a friend or the harbor master before you go boating. Alaska Weather is made possible by the following sponsors.
The National Weather Service.